Good afternoon. Welcome on in to another episode of From Day One, while Day 2 of Archdemon's Little Hiding of the Treats continues. We have, with our good friends Law Talk with Mike, a subset, a Karen, and a contempt charge.
Kia ora, mate.
Alright, I'm sorry, I don't have it handy with me. This was sent to me in Discord. Thank you very much. You know who sent it to me.
Yes, Karen.
But we've got your basic sovereign citizen, but it's special this time because we've got awesome New Zealand accents to go with it. It's a Kiwi special. Let's do it.
I'm a Kaitiaki diplomat, and this is a jurisdictional matter.
I'll go away and I'll start again, mate, because I don't want any dramas. Just got to relax and get on with each other.
That's all cool. Do you acknowledge common law as a jurisdiction in New Zealand?
Thank you, Cameron.
Oh, you don't acknowledge that? Well, I have a public servant questionnaire here for you to fill out. I don't answer questions until you fill out my public servant questionnaire, which you're legally obligated to fill out, my friend. Well, could I get your supervisor down here then? I'd like you to fill that out before I answer any more questions. It's a public servant questionnaire, which you're legally obligated to fill out.
I'm not, and I'll just tell you again, mate. You need to give me your name, address, date of birth, and provide your driver's license, otherwise this charge will be arrested.
I have here with me an unrebutted affidavit with proof.
Okay.
I have with me an unrebutted affidavit here with proof. I'd like you to read this. This has a personal fee schedule attached to it that invokes personal and commercial liability. I think you need to read it.
I'm not going to read it, but I'm told to get it. I won't tell you again, mate. Provide your driver's license, your name, address, date of birth, please.
Oh, well, I can't do that.
Good, then you can go to jail.
I don't obtain a license, but I'm under common law jurisdiction, mate, and it actually states here under legislation that you acknowledge.
Yeah. Oh, I absolutely love the accent. Both Australia and New Zealand, they definitely don't sound the same.
No, they don't.
I hear a difference. But those are both fun accents for me because they sound really strange, but I completely understand. I have no problem picking up what's being said. It's just said differently, and it's fun.
Common law. I have an official Information Act request from the police, and I don't wish to conduct business with your corporation.
I'm New Zealand Police, Royal New Zealand Police, so that's a different place.
No, it's not. No, it's not, my friend. Yeah, here's official Information Act request that says that the police do acknowledge common law as a jurisdiction, and I'm under common law, which is no victim, no crime. So if you can produce me a victim,
idiot, you're stupid.
then we have a crime. New Zealand is a common law jurisdiction, and especially here that I have this legislation.
I've many times.
Open my door.
Oh, this is the best part.
This is my private property.
Cody, stop being a dickhead. You're not being a dickhead.
I'm under common law. I am under common law.
Can someone do that? Stop being a dickhead.
Mike. Careful, my Kiwi.
You have a license.
I do have a license, but that's not my license.
Get your license out.
The state owns it. The state owns my license. Here's my form of ID.
Oh, that's the only thing you got right so far.
It has my name on it. It has my date of birth. I'm a Kaitiaki diplomat. This has by the UN. This has been stamped by treaty commissions under the UN. I don't know. No, I'm not. I have all the adequate paperwork here to state. Yes, I know you have, and I'm no longer a person under the corporation that you guys are under.
New Zealand law the Land Transport Act to present your license. If you do not have a license,
I'm under
or
common
you refuse
law.
to give your details and your name,
Well, that
then
has
you can be arrested.
that
and you
has
know
my
that.
name.
I'm not taking
That
it.
has my name and my
I'm not
details.
taking it.
If you take this
Listen
and go look
to
my
me.
name up, my
I
license,
am
my
not
full license
taking
will
it.
pop up.
Show me your license.
I don't have my full license on me.
Well, why don't you just say
Because I
so?
sent it to the Governor
Because he's
General.
an idiot.
What is your name?
Cody
Rhodes.
of the family.
Dumb.
Why don't you just say that? Where do you live?
I live at.
I live under a bridge
I'm not
down
even
by the
saying
river.
it. Because I'm not under your guys' jurisdiction anymore. I have an unrebutted affidavit here, and that stands as truth and fact in law. A judge will adhere to this. Well, I'm not
Why
off
don't
my
you
face.
kick him
I'm
out
100%
and make him
sober.
go to
I have my
Tasmania?
daughter back in my care and I'm subjected to 6-month follicles.
Are you going to stop talking?
No,
So
he's not
don't
that
tell me
smart.
about being off my face.
Under the Land Transport Act, you are obligated to give your name and details. That's all you needed to do.
They're all right there.
And I told you I don't recognise that as an ID.
You can take that and punch it into your system and my other ID pops up.
All you needed to do was give me your name.
Yeah, well, I'm not under your guys' jurisdiction anymore. I'm not a corporate entity. Yeah? I'm a living man.
You're a living stupid person. Got it.
Yeah, well, that is my ID. If you look that up, it will bring my license up under duress, under protest and duress.
Can you please give us your driver's license?
I don't have the card.
Will you shut up? Now we see the violence inherent in the system.
We'll now take up Kincaid.
And now we'll get to the real people. Court.
We're on the
Don't tell me about being off my face.
record in 2022, CR 440, State of Kansas versus Marty Joe Kincaid Jr. Please announce appearances.
Your Honor, Brett Sweeney on behalf of the state. Joshua Andrews on behalf of Mr. Kincaid.
How does Mr. Kincaid wish to proceed today?
Your Honor, Mr. Kincaid has advised he would like to terminate my services.
What's the problem, Mr. Kincaid? You've had two attorneys now.
The patented Judge Webster stare.
Yeah.
Sometimes she's just like, that's so awful. I'm just going to sit here and look at you for a second.
Well, one is just getting a hold of him in general. I called him last week trying to set all this up for Zoom, and then, I don't know, now when I get on Zoom, it's just a big problem, and everybody's trying to hold me in contempt. I can do bad all by myself, so.
It's not his fault that you're in contempt. He had nothing to do with that.
Correct, Your Honor.
I get it. I can do bad all by myself, dude.
I see that. Well, I'm not going to keep appointing attorneys every time you get crossways with one or have conflict. You've had Mr. Patterson, you've had Mr. Andrews.
The first one wasn't my fault, dude.
Well, wasn't it your fault in that he had represented someone involved with you before? He had a conflict because of some prior case?
He was, I think, representing the victim on my case or something.
Well, see, if you have a victim, that means it's your fault if you have a victim. So,
Proven guilty for that.
Well, you called it the victim, I didn't.
Dum-dum.
What's the state's response? He's wanting another continuance, another attorney. And I don't know if he's going to get along any better with another one because he hadn't gotten along with Mr. Patterson. He hadn't gotten along with me. He hasn't gotten along with the person that's complaining as his alleged victim. I don't know if he'll get along with the third one or not. But Mr. Sweeney, the state's position?
Your Honor, the state's position is that we generally don't take a position on counsel appointments. I will tell the court this, that Mr. Kincaid has quite a criminal history in this county, certainly, and so there's probably, I don't know how many attorneys have conflicts with him or not. So,
how about all of them?
Know that I'm not sure where we go from here if Mr. Andrews isn't going to work out.
Well, Mr. Kincaid, it's getting harder and harder to get attorneys to take appointments. And when we have some that are gracious enough to do it, I don't want to alienate them from service. So you've had a lot of attorneys in Butler County. Are there any you have gotten along with?
Fabre.
Well, cool.
Cool.
Is
Go spend your
Mr.
money.
Favre taking misdemeanor Savannah, or do you know?
I honestly am not sure.
That basically means no.
I don't know if he is or not, Mr. Kincaid. We can see, but we're not going to keep changing attorneys every time you get crossways with one.
If Fabre doesn't work out, then I'll appoint myself.
What do you mean you'll appoint yourself? You'll represent yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint myself.
All right, we're going to set this over to, what's that date, May 15th?
Yep.
May 15th, 9 a.m. You are ordered to be in person at the courthouse.
May 15th?
May 15th in person at the courthouse. And you'll need to call Savannah, the clerk of the district court, this afternoon to see if Mr. Favre is going to take your case or not. If he does, you need to get a hold of him.
Okay.
And I'm going to fine you $100 for your contempt of court today.
This is good.
And that's...
Will I need to pay that on May 15th?
You'll need to pay that today by 5 o'clock at the clerk of the district court.
I can pay that on Thursday.
Well, I want it paid today.
Oh,
I can't pay it today, man. I get paid on Thursday.
You're telling me a lot of how it's going to be today, and that's not the way court works. I think you've been to court enough, you know that.
Well, I've never gotten a contempt. To be honest with you.
Your Honor, just lock him up.
That's not a real
Are you
big
working right now?
boast.
Say that again?
Are you working right now?
Yes.
What kind of
And
work?
other living and everything.
What kind of work are you doing?
I work for King's Moving and Storage. It's a moving company.
Look at the attitude on this guy.
I work for Shut Up, Your Honor, leave me alone.
Don't worry, he gets
How
adjusted.
many days a week do you work?
5 days a week. Monday through Friday.
All right. Instead of paying $100 today, I'm going to order that you report to the Butler County Jail Friday, 7 p.m. and serve until Sunday at 7 p.m. There's your contempt.
There you go.
Have a
So
couple
you're
days
going to spend
in
this
jail.
weekend in jail as contempt of court. And if you don't report, your problems are going to get a lot worse. Do you have any questions about that, Mr. Kincaid?
No, ma'am.
All right. Anything further, Mr. Sweeney?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor, he's already fucked up enough.
All right, Mr. Andrews, thank you for your service. And Mr. Andrews is excused at this time.
He's had enough of this guy.
Mr.
Thank you, Your
Kincaid,
Honor.
Mr. Andrews, both for that matter. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know what
Are
was
we
going
ready
on
to take up the gentleman at the jail?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's
Probably
Mr.
not,
Earhart,
Your
is that
Honor.
right? Earhart?
I mean, I was going to say it, but
How do
I'm
you
sure
pronounce your
you're right.
last name?
It's Earhart.
Earhart, that's what I thought, though. All right, on the record in 2021, CR 71, State of Kansas versus Richard McGee R. Earhart. Please announce appearances.
Jared McGear on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson appearing on behalf of Mr. Earhart. Mr. Earhart does appear from the Butler County Jail. Judge would announce at this time, and Judge, I haven't had a breakout room with Mr. Earhart, but I don't believe he's going to have a problem with this, in that this is an assault case with a 30-day sentence, that he is on probation, but he would be waiving hearings stipulating the violation. He's done in excess of 30 days now. He's been in jail since December. States agreed that upon the court accepting his waiver, finding him violation, that he could get credit for time served on the 30 days and close the case, send everything to collections.
All right. Is that your recommendation, Mr. Sweeney, if he does waive?
Forgive me, Your Honor. I am the
I'm sorry, Mr. McGear.
Yeah,
the
he can't
state's
see me.
recommendation is the revocation of probation. The defendant
I'm
served
very
30
quiet
days
here.
with credit for time served. Case to close, and I believe this case has already been sent to collections, though perhaps the court clerk can confirm that.
Savannah, are his costs and collections?
It does appear so.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Earhart, I understand you haven't had a chance to talk about a specific plan with Mr. Patterson. Do you want to talk to Mr. Patterson privately?
No, Your Honor. That sounds great. Thank you.
All right. So I'm not able to get my computer to open up, unless it surprises me, and it isn't. So,
Surprises me.
are you at this time admitting that you did violate your probation?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you're going to need to tell me what you did that put you in violation of your probation.
Other to speak.
I just wasn't able to keep up with the demand of going places. I didn't have a vehicle for a while, and my girlfriend that was driving me around there at the end before I got in here, she's about to have a baby here any day now. I lived too far out in the country, so we're trying to figure out a plan for me to move to an apartment so I can be in town, so I don't have to walk to town again.
Okay.
Judge, I could probably get to the heart of it real quick here.
I was going to say, you still haven't told me what your violation is.
He would be stipulating that he failed to report, that he failed to complete the batter's intervention program, and that he failed to show that he was complying with mental health and medication management.
And the case was pled down to an assault.
Patterson is both.
Yes.
He knows the right spot.
So, is the pregnant girlfriend the one that was the victim, Mr. Earhart?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, without taking classes and
We're all wondering.
getting your therapy, you may find that
guessing
history
no.
repeats itself if you don't
Well, you
address
did
the
it.
problems. So,
Well, I actually had my dad pay for another evaluation. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. And they reevaluated me and said that I was not in need of any medical counseling. The reason why I had done the counseling in the first place.
No, you don't say. You found somebody who would write a report saying what you want for money? Never heard of such a thing.
This is the woman that I was with, the mother of my two daughters. I was convinced that I needed help to deal with her problems, and kind of just allowed her to be a part of that, and it just got into all kinds of craziness. And I'm not saying that I'm not crazy or anything, but I do try to have a level head and trust God. So.
No, you don't.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, no,
all
you
right.
don't.
So you have two children with a lady that was a victim of your violence that led to an assault, and now you're with another lady, and you've gotten a new evaluation. The first evaluation said you needed treatment, domestic violence treatment, and mental
If I didn't know better, I would say that Judge Webster sounds skeptical.
health treatment.
Really,
You went
Michael?
out and got another evaluation that says you don't need any of that?
Yeah, I got another evaluation. I've been in.
Make it make sense.
I've had
girl.
counseling my whole life because my mom
Whole life.
beat me half to death when I was a kid, and so I went through a lot of stuff. She actually, my mother's, my children's mom, she goes to the methadone clinic. And, I don't like putting that kind of business out there or whatever, but she just needs help.
You did.
All right, well, it sounds like you've maxed the amount of time you can get for your plea agreement, so I'm going to accept your stipulation to violation and waiver of hearing. It doesn't sound like anybody's making you waive your hearing or admit these facts, are they?
No, Your Honor.
You sound.
Okay, you sound pretty freely and voluntarily doing so. So I will find that you have violated your probation for the reasons stated
Country song with a great
and
tenor.
revoke it, but you've matched your sentence, so I'm going to have to order that you be released, and the money you owed have already gone to private collections, and that will remain the order as well. So you're going to probably be getting some calls from a debt collector trying to get that money paid.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'd suggest you do keep your cool, because if you come back, we're going to...
Oh, Jared Rieger's been feeling it ever since he saw that contempt dished out that he didn't even ask for. Oh, trust me, I've never seen him so happy.
have a different conversation.
I don't want to come back.
All right, you remember that when
Well,
you
we
start
don't want
getting
you there.
irritated with your new girlfriend and hey, all right. Anything further, counsel?
I'm going to believe so, Your Honor. I'm assuming that for purposes of the journal entry, the sentence will be 30 days with credit for time served.
Yes. That is the order. All right, you may go, Mr. Durant. No,
Have a good day.
Mr. Earhart, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Mr. Earhart for that one, Your Honor.
Anyone else there in the jail?
3 others in jail, Your Honor.
Any other warrants to show cause?
Not that I am aware of.
Your Honor, she's just doing a little paperwork. Give her a few
No,
seconds.
Deputy Caulfield, did you say you do or do not have others at the Sally Port?
I have 2 others at the Sally Port.
All right, we'll weave them in here. Okay, who's the gentleman at the detention facility?
Mr. Bond, Your Honor.
One more time, Mr.
Bond. V is in Victor.
Mr. Vaughn, James Vaughn.
On the record in 2023, TR 172, State of Kansas versus David Allen Vaughn.
Okay, David Allen, sorry.
Please announce appearances.
Darren Gear on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson, appear on behalf of David Vaughn. Mr. Vaughn does appear from the Butler County Jail. Judge, there is 1 count in the information in this case. It is driving while suspended as a second-time offender, Class A non-person misdemeanor. To that charge, Mr. Vaughn will enter a plea of guilty.
Is that right, Mr. Vaughn? You're going to admit that you did drive without, while your license was suspended and that you had a prior conviction for that at the time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is anyone making you enter this plea today by any kind of threat or promise other than your plea agreement if there is one?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand you're giving up your right to a trial as well as
You want to hang in for Donald McCullough. Trust
Okay.
me on this.
your right to appeal conviction
will.
with this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Patterson, you said guilty, not, is that
Yes,
right?
Guilty, Your Honor, yes.
Okay, and Mr. Vaughn, tell me when and where you were driving without your license?
I was driving to Augusta to pick up a couple friends, bring them back to Wichita.
Okay, and where did you get stopped?
Just right going out of Augusta, right there on Hello, I guess you'd say, Highway 54.
Okay. And do you remember when approximately that would have been?
The time,
The day?
it was January 10th.
I don't know.
Of 2022, is that right, Mr. Regier? Is that what you charged him with?
2023, Your Honor.
I'll get mixed reaction.
Your Honor, the affidavit does state that date and time at approximately 10:49 hours, so 10:11 in the morning.
On January 20,
I am coming
On
around.
January 10th of 2023.
all right, thank you. And your license was suspended at that time, Mr. Vaughn?
Yes, ma'am.
And at that time, you already had a prior conviction for driving while suspended?
Yes, ma'am. I just hadn't went down and got it reinstated yet.
Okay. I accept your plea and find you guilty. Recommendations for sentencing, Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, pursuant to plea negotiations, $100 fine, standard court costs, which I would believe would be $108. I'll, of course, defer to the court on the issue of attorney fees, 5 days imprisonment, 120 days underlying, 12 months non-reporting, and with the defendant to receive credit for time served.
Mr. Patterson, anything further for sentencing?
Judge, we would ask court to adopt the recommendations. I can tell the court that he has been in custody since January 10, so he's served a substantial amount of time on this case.
On this case is the only thing he's been in jail for?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, with that, we will hold up the court cases for now. Come on back tonight for part 2, as we will conclude those cases there on the evening episode. Until then, please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. Be kind to one another, release the Krakens, and help us get to that 50,000, which we are so incredibly close as we march along here from day one. We'll see you tonight for part 2.